Hello, everyone, and welcome to Love in Rare Form. I'm Charles Elder.
And I am Lakeisha Elder.
And we just want to welcome you today to today's episode.
Yes, we believe love is rare, not because it's impossible, but because it is intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So our topic for today is
maintaining intimacy
in marriage. Yes. And I'm going to tell y'all right now. Okay, so because this is love in rare form, because we are talking about intimacy, I am going to share. So it's going to be the foolishness that go on when preparing for. This is going to be transparent. Listen, y'all family, right? This is about to be transparent as I can get. So usually when people are going live, they try to prepare, right? Because you want to prepare to be on camera. You want to look your best. Try to anyway. So I'm trying to slick down my baby hairs. Now listen, adults, we way beyond baby hairs, right? But my sides, let's just say that.
Her sides.
My sides. This one, my mister, wants that. Ladies, don't let your husband do it to you. My husband decides that he wants to help me prepare and takes his finger and tries to grab a little saliva and leans in towards my head. Now listen, I know love is rare, but I don't, sir, it's a no. Ladies, don't let them do it.
So in defense.
It's a no.
So in defense. Growing up as a kid, you know, when you're little, you get ready to go outside and your mom lick her fingers and lick your hair, you know, push your eyebrows back, make sure you ain't got nothing on your face. I just trying to help her out. I'm a helpmate. I was helping you out. But I didn't do it. I would never really do that. Now, would I go get her a tub of Vaseline and put some on there or something like that? Yeah, but I would never. I would never.
But you said a tub of Vaseline.
That's what the Vaseline used to come as, a tub.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you was coming for me. But anywho.
Here we go.
Love in rare form. All right. So when you talk about intentional love and intimacy and marriage, we want to dive into this because some people think intimacy is sex. It's not. Intimacy, well, it can be, right? Intimacy is more intimate. It's like an all-day thing. It's a thing that you grow into. It's something couples grow into and commit to over time.
Well, first, it's emotional. Intimacy is the first step in any intimacy, no matter what you do. It deals with emotions. And
true.
Knowing your spouse and how to navigate that person's emotions is intimacy. You know, my wife always talks about love language. And
yes.
So that's one key thing is knowing your spouse's, emotional status, where they're at emotionally. And there's different types of way to know that. So, what is emotional intimacy? It's building closeness through emotional connection, communication, that bondness that you build over time.
Over time. Yeah, it is over time. Here's what I've learned through experience and through our intimacy is that it begins with intention and positivity. It's got to be positive.
Yeah, always.
Yes, always positive.
Try to be positive.
Try to be, but I think when you're intimate, and it's not so what I think, but what I've learned, through over our 27 years of marriage is that our intimacy has always been positive.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it encourages open communication as well.
Right.
It should. Intimacy should encourage open communication.
I agree with that. Because when you're intimate, and not just on the physical side, but the emotional side.
Yes.
You're able to see into each other's soul. You're able to see into each other. You know, when one is upset or when one is happy, you should be able to see that. That's how your closeness with communication, nonverbal and verbal, begins.
And it nurtures each other's vulnerabilities.
Right.
Because there are times when, when we're vulnerable about, maybe it could be our physical appearance or how we love on each other. And so for us to nurture that and for couples to nurture that, that's what intimacy does. It nurtures the vulnerabilities and it develops a lasting romance.
Right. Right. I agree with that.
Yes.
So why does intimacy matter?
What do you think? Chime in. We're going live, so chime in. Why do you think intimacy matters? Because you already said it's emotional and physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is a closeness.
Right, right. And it nurtures trust and comfort.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It nurtures your trust and your comfort with your spouse or with your girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other. But it builds that trust and that comfort. It allows you to be able to open up freely about situations or discussions and conversations. It allows you to develop, the building up to, intimacy and, with we're adult sex. But the key thing is the touch. The first physical is not the first physical, but it's the first emotional. Once again, the emotional touch of knowing each other.
And you said it nurtures trust and comfort and lasting happiness because when we're intimate and when couples are intimate with each other, it brings our relationship and it brings a couple, especially spouses, it brings us closer together. And then we look at how does it play a part in a long-lasting, happy relationship or a happy marriage? Because usually when you're intimate every day, because I think it could be an everyday thing where it's just a touch. I know one of the things first thing in the morning, even though we do pray in the morning, but I love sometimes, especially if it's like on a Saturday where you're waking up before I am, you always like kiss me on the cheek or you'll kiss me on the forehead and say, I love you, whether I'm asleep or not. Most of the time I'm sleeping, probably snoring, whatever. But I feel that. And that's where the intimacy for me starts like first thing in the morning, because it's that touch. It's that way of saying, hey, even though I'm getting up, and continue to enjoy your sleep and
absolutely
we'll connect when you get up.
Absolutely. And it allows, intimacy also allows for you to have those conversations about your spouse's hopes or his fears, their goals, and other feelings. I always think back when I look at this, that cartoon with the Rylan and all the grandkids had us watching. All them emotions, the anger, the happy, the fear. The little girl was going through all them emotions.
Oh, yes.
But that again, that allows you to be able to see that within your spouse when you're building your intimacy.
That's true.
Talking to each other about the things that happen at work or that happen to the person during the day, and if they're not at work, helping them feel safe and validated with their conversations. That builds intimacy, because then you're building that trust. And back to that word, that trust word. You're letting someone know, hey, this is what happened to me today.
Absolutely.
If I came home, I'd be like, baby, this is what happened to me. And she said, I ain't got time to hear it. I'd be like, what? Okay. I'm going in my space and sit down. I meditate on my own. Then when she come in there and I ain't saying nothing to her, then she'd be like, oh, what you on with you? I'd be like, nothing.
Well, we don't do that, but
I'm messing with you.
Oh my gosh. But the thing is you don't necessarily bring work home like that.
I try not to.
You keep that. And I think the key is keeping nurturing intimacy. It's like nurturing those moments so that they can mature and develop throughout the relationship. Yeah. Because there are key moments to where, intimacy is making sure that together we mature and develop in our closeness and in our relationship.
And intimacy also is being curious about each other, even after 27 years,
27 years.
For me and us, it could be 35 for somebody else. Be curious about your spouse. Look after them. Yeah. Oh, girl, that red dress is banging. But so be curious. But anyways, so what I'm saying is,
what do you mean by red dress?
I ain't messing with you right now. I
don't have a red dress.
And always validate your partner's feelings. Validate their feelings, no matter what it is. If it's anger, listen. If it's happy, listen. If it's sad, listen. If they're crying, listen. I mean, if they're joyful, if they just meditating, listen.
Right, because intimacy is not just physical.
Right, it's emotional.
It's emotional. It's the act of connecting deeply.
Absolutely.
With someone.
Absolutely.
Especially with your spouse.
Yeah, absolutely. So keeping the romance alive, keeping it alive, keeping the fire rolling.
Let's keep it alive.
But one key thing I want to say, intimacy is not. This is what intimacy is not.
Is not.
Not supporting.
What do you mean not supporting? Like lack of support?
Yeah, lack of support to you. Or
that's true.
To your spouse. Always support your spouse.
Always
support your spouse. Don't let them feel lonely in the relationship. And we do that. Sometimes men do that. We get overwhelmed and we'll be like, oh man, we got so much on our mind and we're not communicating. Try to always communicate. Don't let your spouse feel like they're out there on the limb by themselves.
I think that goes with women too, because there are times where we can get caught up as women and not intentional, but we can make our spouses and our husbands feel like they're alone in the relationship.
Right.
Because I think that becomes when couples don't think about each other and we become, some people may say self-absorbed, but we become, it's almost like when you're not thinking about what you're going through and you're not trying to hear the other person.
Right.
And so we don't want to be selfish with our time, because our time not only belongs to us, but it belongs to our spouse.
Don't distance yourself from your partner.
For sure.
That's almost isolating.
Oh my gosh. That's very important.
And not sharing due to a fear of being rejected. Always share. Always share with your spouse what's going on with you. If you're doing something, a project, and something happens, and always share. Because that intimacy, she or he, for me, her, she's going to listen to me. She's going to console me. She's going to lift me up, and she's going to encourage me, as she always does. One key thing she always says is, "I support you, and because I don't ever want to see you fail." And that means a lot to me. That's an intimate moment from my wife to me that I really appreciate from her, because she does that regardless of what I did. She's always trying to push me and lift me up. And I appreciate that. And that's an intimate moment. That's an emotional, intimate moment. Okay, so now moving to keeping the romance. Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Keeping the romance alive.
Keep the romance alive. Ooh, how do we do that? I think for me, so one of the things that I've done for my husband, it was years ago. We were, I think it was earlier in our relationship, and I don't know if you were just leaving for Iraq when you served in Iraq, or you were just coming back from war, from Operation Iraqi Freedom. And so it was like a Valentine's Day that was very special. And one of the things that I did was I took all these balloons and the boys helped me. And so what I was doing was it wasn't balloons, it was hearts. And I cut them all out. I even had them laminated and I put like 100 reasons of why I loved him. And then I tacked them to the ceiling. So when you came home and walked into our bedroom, we seen all these reasons of why I love you. And for me, that was a very intimate moment for us. And it kind of,
and I did one.
I kind of got brownie points for that one.
Yeah, but she did. She got, it really blew me out the water. That was really nice. Yes. And then I did one for her. I created a jar. I made a jar and I made all these little scrolls I think it was 365 of them.
Yes.
One for each
For
day.
each
And
day.
I stuck it in the jar
Mhm.
and I gave it to her. And every day she could take a scroll out and read a different love quote that I had got for her.
Mhm.
And you know, those are the things that you want to do, which are called, you know, what I would call thoughtful surprises. Now, a thoughtful surprise she don't like is flowers.
I don't like
Nah, she don't like flowers. You don't like flowers. Don't bring me no
Don't
flowers
bring me
on
flowers.
Valentine's Day. Don't bring me no
Don't.
flowers. So I don't bring no flowers.
and that's all a part of love language too, because I'm not
Mhm.
I'm not a flowers person. One, I don't keep them alive, and it's hard for it just I think it's more of a stressor for me than it is enjoying the beauty of the flower. And then I always stress about, okay, I've got to keep it alive, I got to water it, I've got to do all these things. So plants and flowers are just not my thing.
But thoughtful surprises go back to intimacy, knowing each other. So I know she doesn't like those, but she would rather me make a card by hand and give it to her, or write her a note and give it to her, and she would appreciate that more. But that's where that intimacy comes into, and always have continuous dating. You know, no matter what you do, have continuous dating. Y'all had homework assignment. Everybody was supposed to go on a date. I don't know if you did or not, but our date was at the Man Can Cook.
Man Can Cook, yes. And so you have to plan regular dates to reconnect and create new memories together.
Absolutely.
Always want to create new memories together. Listen, I don't care what it is. We're intentional about we plan our dates, and it could be something big, it could be something small, it could be something with just him and I, it could be something that's shared with other couples. We just
that's a date. Double date, triple date,
triple date,
quadruple date. You have a party, have a party date. I mean, you can do whatever you need to do, but you know, the key thing is doing something. Moving is doing something. Intimacy. And then, you know, just tiny gestures, gestures. I'm stuttering.
Gestures.
Yes.
Simple things like holding hands. And that's one of the things I love with, and we were intentional about this because I knew I'm not gonna say I knew we were going to have this subject, but one of the things I am intentional about doing more often than not is just grabbing his hand. Or I'll grab up under his arm and just lean on his, lean on his shoulder like that. That's intimacy for me.
That is. It is. Yeah.
Loving notes.
Or I'll kiss her on her forehead or her cheek, and you know.
You pause because I sense some tomfoolery coming, but okay, don't do it. We live, don't do it. Just don't do it. Love knows go a long way to sustaining intimacy.
Yes.
Love knows. I know you gave me a jar, but when was the last time you've given me a love note?
I just did this past weekend for her birthday party.
You did.
And I wrote her a note and I told her she was my GPS. So when I get lost, she helps me get found. She keeps from going off a cliff. So I told her she was my GPS.
Going clean off a cliff. It's just like, or having them squirrel moments, like squirrel. What are you talking about?
So real quick though, I just want to touch bases back real quick. So when you're building your intimacy, try not to, like when you're out on your dates, try not to have your electronics out. You know, you go out, I go out, we go out.
That's
we see,
important.
you know, couples at the table and they got the electronics, and we've done it too, you know, and then we just had to make a conscious decision. Hey, put your electronics up. We're together. We're in the date. Put your electronics up because, you know, I'm just going to tell you one study I was reading today. I was just looking over some notes and reading some stuff. And one study, it's found that married couples who reported more everyday interruptions from tech devices, were more likely to have more conflicts, lower relationship satisfaction, and more symptoms of depression and lower self-satisfaction because they're tied up into their phone and they're not having that intimate moment. They're not having that intimate moment.
Yes.
So on that,
And that's so important because I know when we're at dinner or when we're at the table, when you're when you're scrolling, because sometimes what you're watching on your phone, what you're looking at on your phone is not as important as the one you're with. Because I mean, you love me
Right.
unconditional, and I think it's just a form of, well, I see it. So this is my own personal opinion. Sometimes it can be a form of disrespect that you're showing your partner and your spouse that, hey, what I'm watching on my phone is more important than me communicating and having, intimate time with you. And so emotional closeness through shared experience. And that's a shared experience. But let's talk more about emotional closeness through shared experience. Why are you sleeping?
because football season's in. And football season's in. And I know we go on dates, but when football season's in, we have some perimeters and some guidelines.
We do.
Some guidelines.
I respect football season is important.
Mm-hmm.
Engaging in hobbies or activities together.
Yes.
So that's one of the shared experience for emotional closeness, right?
Absolutely.
Shared experience. Okay. Travel or explore new places.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things I love the most is because when we travel, whether it be out of the country or not, we do that together and we experience those things together. And that's when I tell you, that's for me, that's everything. Because if I'm going to a different country or a different place, or even if it's domestic and if I'm going to a different state, I want to share that experience with my husband. I don't want to have that experience alone. I want to share it with him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, do you like sharing those experiences with me?
Always. Absolutely.
Let's hope.
Look, no, seriously, 100%.
I'm glad.
A lot of the best experiences that we've had were impromptu, spontaneous.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Hey, want to go to Vegas? Sure, let's go. Hey, want to go down to Virginia? Yeah, let's go. You want to go to Kentucky? Yeah, let's go. We just go.
We just go. Especially when we went to Vegas, it was like the travel agent said, "You got 3 hours to get to the airport." Mm-hmm. It's like, so stuff.
We was throwing everything in the luggage. We get to the airport, we had to unpack it in front of everybody just so we could get the luggage on the daggone plane.
Yes.
Had to move luggage around in front of everybody. It was crazy. But we had a great time. We got there. We had a great time. We love to travel. Sandals, people, I'm going to tell everybody, tell the world. Sandals Resort is our spot. That's where we love going to vacation. They've always treated us good. We go there. We enjoy our time, and I've not really ever been disappointed. It's great. If you're a married couple, I recommend you go to a Sandals. And the first one I recommend is the one in the Bahamas. It's small, it's quaint, and it's so nice. The people there are great.
Islands.
Yeah, and they got 2 islands. You could catch the boat and go over to the other island and relax. I mean, it's just great.
All day.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. And eat all day.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying don't go on your Carnival cruise, because I know people like going on the cruise.
People like the vacation.
And that's fine.
Yes.
But for me and my wife, we love some sandals. That's what we do. That's where we're going. Next year we're going to Antigua. If you want to go, let us know.
Let us know. We have a surprise for you. And and this is to the couples who haven't already signed up, because we do have couples that have already signed on and are joining us for next year in July. So if you want to join us for our couples retreat, Antigua. And so let us know. We have a surprise for you.
Yeah. But we do love to travel outside the country. I'm trying to get her to go to Japan with me. I want to take her to Japan. And she doesn't want to take the long flight. But I'm telling you, it's an experience. I was in Okinawa, Japan. I loved it. But, you got to celebrate those small wins and those big wins. Those are big wins for us. Yes. But the small wins are little ones, like having our friends over here for dinner. Those are small wins for us. We have a great group of friends from past to present and to the future. We just love on everybody that we can. We met a great couple from Texas, Daniel and
Ashley.
Yeah, we met them, and great Christian people, but we love them. I mean, listen,
yes,
and they're friends of the future. We just met them, and now they're our friends. So whenever you get those times, that's a small win for us.
Absolutely.
We met somebody else.
Yes. So we always celebrate each other, but also we celebrate, the friends and the relationships
Absolutely.
that we have. And I think that's one of the biggest things that even strengthens relationships. And I know we're talking about intimacy, but when we have those moments where we just trust, and then, we have a close group of couples friends that we can go to and just kind of bounce, different, things that we go through in life. We're a blended family. We have children. We have adult children. So we've transitioned into adult children and all of that. So surround yourself by other couples that you can just enjoy life with, enjoy travels with.
Absolutely. Be with people that make you smile.
Yes.
Make you laugh and smile.
Yes. That's so important. Yes. Building resilient relationships. And that's what that's all. A resilient. So I'm gonna say this: a resilient relationship flourishes when you consciously choose to love one another, even during the challenging times when liking each other feels difficult. Embrace these moments as opportunities for growth, deepening your connection and strengthening your bond. Remember, love is a choice that can overcome any obstacle.
So how do you increase your time together doing that?
Increase our time together?
Doing that. Well, yeah, what we just talked about. Well, how would you do that? Being resilient with me right now.
Being resilient. You said it's like being resilient is just making sure that, even when you come into the house, sometimes it's not always something that's planned. You know what I mean? It's always, okay, I'm just walking in the house. Hey, let's go for a ride. Because I want to increase my time with you. And sometimes I'm selfish and I just want my time. And I want your undivided attention. I don't want it shared with anyone. So I'll say, hey, we need to go somewhere. And then we'll just go for a ride and just kind of ride and talk. I think I've said it before, because that's some of our best talks.
Yeah. And, here's a key thing for men and I say this to men: try to spend 30 minutes with your wife, no matter what it is.
30 minutes?
Yeah. Quality 30 minutes. If it means helping her do the dishes or helping her cook. Or helping her around the house decorating, helping her.
You said helping her cook. You already know I don't cook. So I do cook. Let me listen, family. Listen, y'all. Listen, don't judge me. I do cook. I know how to cook. But my husband loves to cook, and so he's trying to comfort me.
No, I ain't trying to comfort you. What I'm saying is make time to spend at least 30 minutes of quality time with your wife. Uninterrupted. Quality time. If that means you're just sitting downstairs doing the laundry together or whatever you're doing together, spend that quality time with each other. That's resilient time.
That's
to
true.
Me. And I'm not saying, your time or how you look at being resilient with your spouse is how you do it, or is how you would like to say it, or put it out there for her to know that, hey, I'm just being with you today. What do you want to do? Do you want to read a book? You want to play some checkers and get beat? Do you want to
see? Don't.
Do you want to do lunch together?
Let's go back to the checkers. we were on babysitting duty. And so we were teaching our little nieces and nephews how to play checkers.
That's true.
And let's just say, I'm not afraid to admit it. Let's just say that he was teaching the boys, I was teaching the girls. Now, it's all about skill.
It's about numbers. She didn't get that.
It's about skill. It is about numbers, but it's about skill, and it's about strategy. Most importantly, it's about strategy. So when you're teaching someone, they haven't truly grasped, and so you're trying to let them build how they want to strategize and win. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Needless to say, how she bragged about beating me in spades, me in the little 4-year-old and 6-year-old beat her and the 9-year-old and 11-year-old girls. We smoked them 2 games. That's all I'm going to say. So moving forward, a weekly night date, lunch together at least twice a week, there's a good time. Snacks, there's a good times. Build your banana split, build your strawberry shortcake, whatever you do. Just have a good time doing it. Let it be your intimate time with your spouse.
So you mean like snacks? Like, what are you talking about snacks? Because do we cook together?
No, I'm talking about some chips and dip.
You like chips and dip.
Okay, well, no.
So when I do go get snacks, I get what he like. One day I forgot the dip. Oh my God, let's just say. Oh my goodness, Lord. Oh my goodness.
How you forget dip for chips? That's all I want.
Some people eat chips without dip.
And that's just like eating Tostitos without no cheese or no salsa. That's just like putting the toilet paper on one side going down and one side going up. We always have chips and dip. That's like cereal and milk.
We're not going to talk
That's like Kool-Aid and sugar.
We're not going to talk about which way the toilet paper roll. It's supposed to be on there.
All right, let's get back on topic.
We're going to talk about intimacy. Let's talk about physical intimacy.
Okay.
Physical closeness is a vital expression of love and care in a marriage.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It is. It builds trust.
It does.
It alleviates stress.
It does.
It reinforces your unique closeness.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It lets you build with back to that one key word, trust. It lets you build trust. And, when you get through all the emotional part of the communication and, you have that, once again, that desire, that's what you're building up to, that desire to be with that person. Then that's when your physical intimacy comes into play, even if it's just a touch or if it's, if I walk up behind Keisha and I grab her and hold her, that's an intimate moment for her. That's that touch. It's not always about the sex part. It's always about the small little gestures of touch that lead up to the happy moments in a marriage.
The happy moments. And that's what the thing that I love about intimacy, because it's like an all day thing.
Mm-hmm.
It begins in the morning. Well, for us, sometimes it begins in the morning. Sometimes it begins when he gets off of work or when he goes to work and I'll wake up, I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I want to hear his voice. And so I'll call him, hey, you make it to work.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going? How's your morning? Mm-hmm. And it's those moments of, even though I can't see him and I can't touch him, I can hear his voice. And that's equally as important to me as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so on that note,
our son Jonathan is.
Yeah, I just saw something from my son Jonathan. Hey son, what's going on? What's up? What's up? So on that note, when you are being intimate in your physical moment with sex, that is something that you build between you and your spouse. That is, whatever you desire and whatever she desires, that's your comfort. That's within their comfort. Never try to make somebody feel uncomfortable doing something that they don't want to do. You should know your spouse by now after you've been through the dating and married and the crazy parts of life. You should be able to overcome those barriers and just have those discussions. You got to be able to have those discussions. Look, I ain't comfortable with that,
True.
Or, go put your Jane outfit on. I'm putting my Tarzan outfit on, things like that. That's those. She pat me, Pam. She pat me, Pam. But anyways, whatever you are comfortable with within your
intimacy, communicate openly about your needs and expectations.
Thank you.
I'm gonna help you out here.
Yeah, help me out because my mind's racing.
I know. Approach sensitive topics with empathy.
Yeah,
always, because that could be a barrier, and that's a barrier that all couples need to overcome.
True.
sensitive topics can because, okay, for me, I'm going to say, well, a lot of ladies that I talk to and a lot of couples that we've talked to, sometimes there's physical challenges or physical insecurities that some people may feel.
True.
Especially when it comes to sex, when intimacy, it becomes physical. And it's like, okay, do we make sure all the lights are out? Or
do you want all the lights
do
on?
you want the lights on?
You want strobe lights on?
Do you want,
again, that's whatever you do in your behind your closed doors is behind your closed doors. So whatever you decide is good for you is good for you.
It's good for you.
But and the key thing is both should be comfortable with whatever the intimacy is.
So when she don't want to pole in the middle of the bedroom, men, no pole.
I was gonna pay for pole lessons.
Family. It's I got nothing.
I always mess with her, y'all. It's nonstop. It's nonstop in this
there
house.
Will not be a pole.
People think she's rough, but y'all just don't know. I do torture her. I pick with her a lot. I pick with her a lot. I do. She's OCD, so I'll move stuff around just on purpose, just to see her get upset.
He does. Him and my kids go in the kitchen and just move plates.
Yeah. But back to the topics.
Address misunderstandings with patience.
Patience. Very much be patient with each other.
That's a barrier that couples should overcome together.
Yes.
Misunderstandings could lead to challenges in intimacy.
Yes.
Because when something is done, I think sometimes it's like those snap judgments and those, those quick comments or comebacks. And it's like, do I really need this? This is a time where I really want to be silent right now, because maybe I just need to be silent right now. Just let the misunderstanding, not saying that the misunderstanding shouldn't be addressed, but if you can't address it with patience, then I think that brings an opportunity of silence.
Absolutely.
So they said, Charles, you are working on getting smacked upside.
Always.
Give him
always.
He needs it. I'm gonna let you handle it.
Oh Lord. But we just come back to the emotional relationship. It's again, it begins, and I'm always about that emotional relationship with my spouse, with my wife, with Keish, because we have been through so much for so long, and then we finally matured to understand, and that's a key word, matured. We finally matured to understand that in order for this to work, we have to be understanding of each other's emotions, our intimacy, what she dislikes, what I dislike, what she likes, what I like. All that comes into play. And it comes into play from the beginning in the morning when we wake up until the end of the night when we lay our heads down to sleep.
That's true.
And that's a key thing. And then we also keep God first in our relationship, because our first intimacy is our relationship with God. We have to keep that first, knowing who He is in our life.
Knowing who He is in our marriage.
And there we go. Yeah. And I was getting there, but in our marriage. Yes. In our marriage.
You're absolutely right. Another barrier is overcoming another barrier together. It's seek professional help
when needed.
When needed, because there was a challenging time in our relationship.
Twice.
Yeah, a couple of times. And so we went to our pastors, Pastor Leo and Regina Riley in West Virginia. And because, listen, the best thing that has ever happened to us, because they said, listen, we love you guys. And because we love you guys, and not saying that they haven't canceled it because they have, but they said, listen, we love you guys. We're too close to both of you. And so that you can have an opinion that is not biased. They sent us to an outside counselor.
Absolutely.
And so that professional help was extremely crucial in our reconciliation and in our intimacy and rebuilding, because sometimes, intimacy, it builds trust, but sometimes you have to rebuild trust, especially when it's been broken down. I mean, that could be a whole episode by itself, because when the trust is gone, and you have to rebuild it. And I'm not saying whether whose fault or what, but when the trust is broken down and you have to rebuild trust, and maybe we'll talk about that and do a private session and a webinar on how to rebuild trust, because we've been there too, where we've had to build trust on both ends.
And don't use intimacy, physical intimacy or emotional intimacy as a weapon.
And
don't do
punishment, right?
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not nice. That's not nice. Don't do that to somebody.
You said that twice. Like, that's not nice.
It's not nice. Don't do that to somebody.
It's not nice. Don't do it.
No. Work through the issues. Work through the problem. Resolve them. Restart a new moment in the intimacy, emotionally, to build back up to the physical. Don't. And a lot of marriages fail because of that. So a marriages get mad, because we've done it. Got mad at each other and like, I don't want you touching me. I don't be around you.
Or get in the bed and then
scoot on over.
We scooting over to the edge of the bed.
Don't touch me.
Put the pillow
just be
between.
But here's one thing: you better be in the bedroom. Be in that bed, but don't touch me. Right. Don't let me roll over and I don't see you.
I basically say trust is earned and not given. That is so. It is earned.
Yes, it is.
You're right. When I tell you, because when you earn the trust, you have worked.
That's right.
To earn that trust. When you just giving somebody trust and you ain't have to work to earn it, it can easily just be like, well, listen, I ain't have to work for this. They just gave it to me easily.
True.
But when you got to work to earn that trust,
absolutely.
That is what closeness, that is what intimacy truly is. It's like, listen, I've worked to earn his trust. And then when it comes to us making big decisions as a couple, as a family, it's easier because we know that because I trust you, because he trusts me, and we do what's best for our family. It makes life easier when you have to make those challenging decisions.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, let me say it this way.
Jonathan, you are not blocked.
Do not. And I'm not going to say do not. I would recommend you, Jonathan, be good. What I recommend you do not do is use intimacy emotionally or physically as a weapon in your marriage. Because if you do, your marriage is more than likely going to fail unless you get help. And there's nothing wrong with getting help.
There's nothing wrong.
Once again, very transparent. We've been there, done both, and then had to come to our senses. Okay.
So, fulfilling each other's needs, prioritize your connection. Be attentive to your partner's emotional and physical needs for a fulfilling and resilient relationship.
Absolutely. Totally
fulfilling each other's needs. And you all, listen, as couples, I think when we're filling each other's needs, sometimes that may be voiced, sometimes it may not be voiced. But as you grow and as you learn each other and as you mature and as you develop in intimacy and in your relationship, you begin to learn what those needs are. What your intimate needs are, what your emotional needs are, and vice versa.
And once you have that emotional connection, let's go back to what I said at the very beginning. You're able to see into that person's soul. You know what they want before they even ask. You know what they're going to think before they even speak. You know what they're going to need help with before they even ask.
That's true.
So, again, it's just building that relationship, restoring if it starts to falter, if the chips start falling off the building. You know how to get in there and put some masonry work on it. Masonry and put it back on there.
Put it back together.
Put it back together.
And one of the things for relationships is express appreciation. Because
Always.
frequent gratitude. It keeps love and respect at the forefront.
I agree with that.
You know, it's frequent gratitude.
And again, as said, make time for each other.
Mm-hmm.
When you got babies, spend time with the babies. When the babies go to sleep, spend time with each other. Even if it's just sitting there and you just holding each other. Spend time with each other. Talk to each other.
Absolutely.
30 minutes, man. 30 minutes. That's your challenge. 30 minutes. 30 minutes with your wife, whatever she wants to do.
And I think that is important, especially when you're spending time with each other. It may be just, hey, you know what? I read this passage in the Bible. I know that's one of the things that that was crucial for this week with us when, you know, during our many sessions of Bible study. We got stuck on the passage in the Word of God. And I was so grateful to hear your perspective. Well, not that I don't always hear it, but just us deep diving into, the Word of God, and just to hear your heart through how you absorb and how you look at
my thinking process.
Your thinking process of how you look at God's Word. And I'm thinking, I never looked at it from that perspective. Look,
Thank you, honey.
You know a little bit after all.
All that, get her.
So let's talk about some takeaways because our time
is winding down.
Intimacy is a journey, not a destination.
Growth happens through effort, empathy, and shared joy.
Shared joy. So I should be your shared joy at all times.
Yeah, you are. When football season's over, you are.
I knew you had to come back to that.
Well, it goes both ways. Let Suits be on, or Golden Girls, or right now the Christmas Hallmark Channel. Oh, come on now. Let's be honest.
We can't put, because you got Hallmark, you got Christmas in July on Hallmark. And then on Saturday,
Hallmark got Christmas 24/7, 365 days a year.
That's not true. Because so as we develop it together and grow together, so one of the things we've learned is that during football season,
4 months,
I allow him to have his time.
She does.
When I need to see the Golden Girls.
Every night. 365 days a year for 4 hours a night.
They're not on for 4 hours.
I beg to differ. Everybody look at their cable and go to Walmart. They start at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and don't end until 2 in the morning. Golden Girls. I know. I hear it every night.
They do not.
I know, but I love that about her. Our intimacy thing is I love her about her because she loves the Golden Girls, and I know she does. So I fall asleep to the Golden Girls with me. Yeah, sometimes it's pretty funny.
Every moment together can spark new connection.
Yeah, that's true. Every moment.
So every moment that you see the Golden Girls, you just never know what you're going to find out about them girls. Listen.
And that's true. Every moment. It's like every moment. UPS man, or what's that man that be dropping stuff at my house?
I have no idea. Intimacy. This is done through each person's willingness to be vulnerable. And I think that's huge, because I may be vulnerable in some areas. You may be vulnerable in some areas. And so that, each person has to be willing to be vulnerable. Intimacy doesn't work unless it's honest, it's true, it's pure.
True.
And it's vulnerable.
It's true. It's true.
Embracing each other's differences.
That's a key thing. That's a key thing. That's big. That's a big one right there. That could be its own topic within itself.
Yes, because they say opposites attract.
Are we opposites?
Well, so yeah.
Think about it. Think about it before you say it, Cletus. Think about it.
We're opposites because we're opposites.
She's HR. I'm a social worker.
Well, Yeah.
That should say it right there. That should say it right there.
Well, not only that, but I'll operate in black and white. You operate in the gray.
Gray is not a bad spot. I can go either way.
So that means intimacy is also done by working through conflict.
Mhm.
And listen, because normal people who will see us out in the street now, they would think that we're arguing all the time. We don't.
Mhm.
We just enjoy each other's banter.
Mhm.
Because he's gonna say what he's gonna say. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. At the end of the day, it's like, hey, listen, it is what it is. Don't be holding stuff in. You know, couples who hold stuff in, and then all of a sudden later on you explode because you held it in for months or weeks, and then it all comes out. You just gonna
Just say what you gotta say, but say it out of love.
say it out of love.
No disrespect. Don't even say that. Just say what you gotta say and say it out of love.
Say it out of love. I think
Watch your tone and your tune. Just say it. Like this weekend, I don't know what I said. You said I said something. And I don't know what I did. I said something to you. You was doing something. It's hard to tell, but I know one thing. She got beaten in checkers.
you always got jokes.
King me. That's what the little boys. I said, tell them. I said, y'all, you little fellas, tell them girls. King me.
He's been waiting to say that, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Intimacy is huge. What can you do today? Share a compliment.
I love you. You're beautiful.
I love you too. Thank you. You're my mister.
You're my GPS.
Facts. Share a compliment. Plan a surprise or a simple date.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, dates don't have to be a lot. They don't have to cost a lot.
You ain't even gotta go out your house for a date.
No.
Get a movie on Netflix. That's a date.
A great movie. Listen, some days, like he'll pick a movie for the week. I'll pick a movie for the week, and we'll watch it and discuss it. And so there are some good. And you're already paying for cable.
Might as well have a date late at home.
Might as well have a stay home date.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on the fireplace. Watch a movie. Well, now you can turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Listen actively to your partner.
Yes.
Listen. Don't hear, listen. Don't hear, but listen. Very important.
What they're saying.
Yes. Let them speak. The hardest test is sitting there for 2 minutes and letting somebody speak without responding.
Oh, wow. Yes.
That's a good, try that at home. Try that with your spouse. Just sit there for 2 minutes, let that person speak, and you don't say one word until they're done. On any topic they want. That's a challenge to each one of you.
For 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes, you just talk. And the other person doesn't say nothing. And then you vice versa. Tell me what you, and then see what happens.
Let us know what happens.
Yeah. We're going to open up the stage one day and let everybody just talk.
Just come on in.
Yeah.
And say, Johnson said that's hard.
It is hard. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You are absolutely.
He said challenge denied.
Boy, try to challenge.
We will be calling Danielle Jonathan.
To knock you out. Do the challenge. That's my son, y'all, so I could tell him that. Do the challenge.
Yeah, try something new together. And this will be something new that they can try together, because some couples probably haven't done that. So here's an even bigger challenge. If someone is if your spouse or your partner is upset about something, right? Your partner meaning that you're not married yet, or your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're upset about something and they want to just express how they feel about being upset about something, just sit back and just take it all in. Whether you want to rebut, whether you want to defend yourself, because you may be on the defense, sit there and just absorb and hear and listen to where they're coming from.
Remember, in our communication, well, we talked about that, to be able to listen and then decompress You know, let that person decompress if you have to. That is a strong, intimate moment because you're taking on the negative, not the positive. We keep talking about the positive, but that's one of the negatives. You have to be able to be strong to receive the intimate of you know, uncomfortable conversations. So you can do that. And that's good. That's healthy though, because it builds the relationship. It makes the trust even stronger.
It does.
Okay. And love is sustained, not found. Love is sustained, not found. Water it daily. Cherish it always.
Cherish it always.
Cherish it always.
Love is sustained. Because I think love finds us. Because it's not found, but I think when we meet each other, it's like, okay, that first connection, is it love? Is it like? Is it just that first impression? And then that intimacy and those talks, you know how couples have those long talks on the phones when they're first courting and first dating. You have those long talks on the phone and those intimate moments, and yet you hang up and oh no, you hang up. Oh, but you hang.
I don't think I did that with her though. I know I told her not to call one phone and she called one phone. I said, don't call this phone. Don't call this phone. She called it anyways, y'all. She didn't listen to the intimate moments.
That was not an intimate moment.
But to what she was saying,
you were trying to be protective.
Yeah. I was being protective.
You were being protective of
you,
of me. That's what it was, and I didn't understand it then.
Did you understand it now? Right?
I understand it now because again, that was that love that started to build and to sustain that intimacy. It's huge. You know, you just can't start to have feelings for someone and then not develop the fact that, okay, I trust what he's saying, because at that point, I don't think the trust was always there.
No,
we were building,
it was early. It was early in our
It was very early. We weren't even, I don't even think we defined what our relationship was at that time.
I just threw that out there. Just let everybody know.
So we have to be mindful in our efforts to sustain our love, right? Nurturing intimacy takes intentionality, right? We talked about that earlier. Understanding and ongoing care. Every step you take strengthens your marriage for years to come.
Even when you think you get an argument, or it could be a 2-month, 3-month, 4-month argument, and you take steps backwards, when you rebuild that trust, that communication, that intimacy, it will put fire under your feet and you'll start moving forward again.
It will. And it's so important.
Well, we want to thank you for tuning in with us.
Yes.
And we are at the top of our hour, and the intimacy, let it grow, let it nurture in your relationship, have good communication,
absolutely,
emotional and physical intimacy, and always, always, always keep love first. Keep love first. And keep the first love, which is your God, my God, her God.
Absolutely.
First. All right. So we're at the top of our hour. We want you to.
So if you have any questions.
Yeah, any questions in the chat?
Any questions, any thoughts? We want to answer any questions. We have about 1 minute. So if you have any questions, my husband will answer. I'll let him answer some questions. And so I don't think we got.
You got to read them.
I don't think we've gotten any questions. We got a comment. Thank you for always listening to me and my craziness. This is from Ray Ande, and not judging me. I appreciate your wisdom and sharing your truths to help me in my own relationship.
We love you too, Ray.
Absolutely. We love you. We love you as well, Ray Ande. Listen, love is grand.
Love you, Jonathan.
It takes work. So you want to answer any other questions, and I'll check and see. I don't think we got any.
No. Minister Ave, thank you for talking to us. Sean Taylor's on. Hey, Sean. Hey, thank you. Love you, Jonathan. All right, everybody. We thank you for chiming in and being a part. All right. do, do, do.